It's always funny when I get people that compliment on my tattoos. It's rare, but it's funny when it happens. Like at the Ren Fair, I was waiting in line to try these different whiskeys and stuff, and this dude behind me was, I guess there's this couple behind us talking to Zillia, and then they were like, hey, we just want to say we love your tattoos, and I was like, thank you. I was like, I didn't make them, but thank you. All right, now I gotta talk to the old man, I think. I gotta talk to the old man with the back problem. Brr. Drat that blasted Rudania. That was wrong. With Rudania running wild recently, Death Mountain's eruptions have gotten real bad. Do you see Rudania stomping around up there on the mountain? They say that 100 years ago it actually used to protect our people from harm, but that was then and this is now. Now all it does is mess up our mining operations. We're all suffering because of it, stopping us from doing our business. Okay. Oh, my back. You all right there, man? Oh, just some back pain. Wait, who are you? I see. So then you came all this way to pay your respects to me? I like you already, brother. Well, my name's Bluto. I'm the great Goron boss who's fearsome enough to silence a crying child, or to make a silenced child cry. Either way. Yep, that's none other than I, Bluto. I never heard of you. I was planning to drive off Rudania like I always do, but then this blasted pain in my back flared up out of nowhere. Blasted Yunobo, when will he return? He went to grab some painkillers from my back from the abandoned North Mine, but he hasn't come back yet, because in this Hyrule there are painkillers. Opioids are canon in Breath of the Wild. Slacker. I bet he's off somewhere wasting time. Hey, if you happen to see Yunobo, will you let him know I'm looking for him? What should I have? I need a backup idea to order. Because I always hate when, like, I have something, I'm like, this is what I want. Like, I want specifically this. And then you can't find it for whatever reason. And now I'm like, I don't know what I want. And now I'm hangry. So everything is just like, it's not beef patties. I gotta figure out, what do I want to have for lunch? Zillion and I are gonna order some lunch. Let's get some suggestions. What should I? Maybe you guys will say something that I'm like, ooh, you know what? That does sound good. So yeah, let's get some suggestions for lunch orders. No Chinese. I already did Chinese. We did Chinese recently. We eat Chinese food all the time. And I had bomb arrows equipped? I don't know. Oh, that's right, from the shrine. I used them in the shrine. Frick. Yeah, exactly, Adam, exactly. Cuban or a Cubano? Honestly, only reason I'm like meh is because there isn't a good Cubano place around here. Like, that sounds fire, but I also know that if there's a place that sells a Cubano around here, it's not gonna be that good. There's not a big Cuban population out this way that I can think of. Good suggestion though. Gyros? I'm not feeling gyros. I love gyros, but I'm not feeling gyros. What can you... Let's do an experiment. Yeah, I think he only does it to rusty shit in this one. Hey, where'd my bow go?
Oh, thank God. Yeah, I think this one, it's only rusty shit. I love doing that. Maybe I should try to make the. I want maybe. Did they ever? Did they patch out the flying machine glitch? I don't think I've ever done it. I just always wanted to try it. Sushi? Nah, not sushi. As long as it's not a Donner Party kebab. God. I thought there was one back here, so hopefully it'll save the one. Oh, I hope it doesn't take away. You know, let's try to make the flying machine first, because I'm worried that it'll take this away. So now how do you do it? You go... No, turn. There we go. No, why are you doing that to me, game? There we go. Whatever, should be fine. And now we stand in this one. Thank you. And we get that one. Thank you. What? Don't turn. Yo, thank you guys for the follows. Oh, you piece of shit. Back over here. Get back over here. Get back over here. There we go. I hate you. Oh my God, I hate how it keeps adjusting itself. Oh, the game keeps turning it. Like, what the fuck? Link. Stop being an idiot. There we go. Okay, yeah, let's try it. Let's try that. It's not even it's not the motion controls. So in this one, there's no like in tiers you can adjust the position of whatever it is you're holding with the ultra hand, right? And this you can't. You can't turn things. So it's constantly writing itself so that I can set it easily on the track. Which isn't what I'm trying to do. I was trying to set it crisscross on the other one. I need to get him away from the track. The track was what was doing it because the game was like, oh, let me help you. You want to put that on the track. And it's like, no, I want to put it on the other one so that I can make it fly. You jerk. I'm picking lunch right now. Ooh. Wow, phone. Weird. What is it? They're called... There we go. I had to text Zilly the order because Zilly can't hear me right now because they're playing their game. Damn. That's some bullshit. But this is what we're going to do. We're going to do the shrine. Then we're going to take this cart back and we're going to take it off the track and put it with the other one. And then we're going to try and do it again. Yeah. The track was definitely the issue on that one. Ceviche? Nah. I'm not in a ceviche mood. We're having arepas. To you who set foot in this shrine, I am Shoraha. In the name of the goddess Hylia, I give you this trial. Shoraha? What? Blue flame, huh? Oh, yeah. I remember this one. Yeah, that's the one thing I miss about Chicago is like on like any food app, right? Any food app that you ordered off of, whether it was Grubhub, Uber Eats, whatever, there was always like 1,000 options, no matter what part of the city you're in. There's always options, right? And always good shit. And now it's like out here, it's not as many options, which kind of sucks. But you know, it is what it is. It's also much cheaper to live out here than Chicago, which is nice. I got it! I should probably heal. Doing good, Shinigami. How you doing, man? You live too far out of town, no one delivers to you? Yeah, that's another problem. That was where I grew up. I grew up out on a farm out in the middle of nowhere, so. It's very nice of them taking their turns like that. Up. You like that the one was just sitting there watching me? I know, right? He's like, oh, there's two of them already doing this. I'm not gonna get in that. Yes. Yeah, the construct weapons, the ancient weapons are better against all constructs, including the big guardians, the little, because those things are little they're still little guardians. They're still guardians. They're just little ones. I really need to have I need to take a day where I just go out and get some more get some Koroks. So that I can get more item slots. Just pull up like a map and get a few hundred of them. Do 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 do. All right, get that. What do we got here? No, I'm not 100%ing. No. The parry is so satisfying. It really is. Oh. To the green constructs. They're not weaker against construct weapons, no. As far as I'm aware, they're not. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. Dang it. Oh, you son of a bitch. The wind up on the spin is it me, or is it like the wind up on the spin slower in this one than Tears? Recently, you've been playing Ocarina of Time 3D and having actual dungeons again felt so good. I mean, what's a dungeon other than a big area full of enemies that you have to solve puzzles to get to a boss? That's a Zelda dungeon, right? So in what way, shape, and form are there no dungeons in this or Tears? I mean, it might not be a hole in the fucking ground. It might be a giant, you know, fucking power megazord that's running around, but we're running around inside of it and treating it just like any other dungeon. And I mean, we've actually had past dungeons like that too. Prime example, Ocarina of Time. We literally just go inside of Lord Jabu Jabu, and that's a fucking dungeon. Or would you say that Lord Jabu Jabu isn't a dungeon? How do you get the Rabio's hood? It's under the right claw at the big dragon thing that the Shrine of Courage is inside. Are these gonna blow up in here? They're probably gonna blow up in here. Mm-hmm. Oh, you son of a bitch. Is it gonna be one of these? I was early. Fuck, I was early. And the Fish and Oracle of Ages. Oh, there's also all the Zeldas have some sort of dungeon like that where you're going inside of something like that. So like, I always find it funny when people try to say these aren't real dungeons and these aren't real Zeldas. And frankly, like, the other thing I don't get is, like, in the older Zeldas, when you're trying to get more hearts outside of the main dungeons, you're just looking around for random pieces of hearts that are hidden everywhere, right? But now in this one, you actually get to fuck around and do like puzzles and do an entire mini dungeon for every little heart piece that you want to add on, for, you know, every piece that you want to eventually get to an extra heart or an extra stamina. So it's like, I don't know, I don't get it. We don't want more content, we want the same content. Because the new dungeons take a quarter of the time to complete, are easier and reward less time. Bro, I've been flying through all the Zelda games. The other dungeons aren't longer necessarily. It's just how quickly can you play through them. Like where the Divine Beast's a little short. Yeah, a little bit. But you also had 120 other mini dungeons to go into and shit. You get a lot more content in this. The boss fights in this are better. Although, I mean, the end boss fight in this one sucks. But I mean, the end boss fight in half of them fucking sucks. Let's be real here. And these are bigger than Lord Jabu Jabu. So again, I ask you, is Lord Jabu Jabu not a dungeon? Lord Jabu Jabu is a fucking... Most of those early dungeons are short as shit. Maybe like a handful of rooms, that's it. Alright, let's do this again. We're just gonna have to parry you. Start with you. Oh, this is actually... Oh, frick. So this is best case scenario because now he'll fire faster. You're not? Oh, you're still gonna do the... Anyway. Off realsies? Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. Let's just light him up. These little bastards. False. I highly disagree with you, Goat Boat, on the tiers ones. Maybe some of the Divine Beasts, like Va Meadow. I did Va Meadow in 10 minutes. But the dungeons and tiers are way bigger than any of the dungeons in all of Ocarina. And I can say that with all the confidence in the world because I played Ocarina like a week ago. And Majora's Mask like a week ago. And Twilight Princess and Wind Waker. I've been playing Zeldas for the last 2 weeks. I've just been playing Zeldas. And so I have very recent memory because I did it less than a week ago. And I can tell you with all the confidence in the world, that N64 game is tiny. Is a speck compared to this game. I love the game, don't get me wrong. But like, I think you're looking at it through nostalgic rose-colored glasses, my guy. Which is nothing wrong with that. You just gotta acknowledge that sometimes. That's why I have my nostalgic top Zelda games, and then I have my realistic top Zelda games. There's nothing wrong with nostalgia, though. There wasn't a single Tears dungeon that took you more than 30 minutes first try. Did you just break every dungeon with Zonai shit? Like, I don't know, why would you want to rush through a... Wait, I can't think of a Ocarina of Time dungeon that takes me more than 15. So what are you talking about? Like, Ocarina of Time dungeons are fast. The only reason that any of them take any amount of time is because they're fucking tedious and they make you backtrack and go back and forth over places that you've already been because they have to save space because they don't have enough they don't have enough fucking storage to put a big dungeon in older games like that. Like even the water temple, the only reason the water temple takes so long is because you got to go back up and down and keep changing the water levels like a dozen fucking times. The only reason that the stone temple in fucking Majora's Mask takes forever is because you keep having to leave the bastard, then go out, flip the dungeon back over, and then reset up the bend drownings so that you can fucking have the stones go back so that you can cross. And then you go in just to get one chest, and then you got to go back out and flip it over again. And all this other bullshit. And Majora's Mask is probably my nostalgic favorite, to be completely honest, too. But that's just how games were back then, because they had to figure out a way to make them last with what little processing power and bullshit they had to work with. Yeah. Happy Sunday, Lizzie. How you doing? You promised me that I didn't do the Ocarina of Time dungeons in 15 minutes. I can say the same thing about you about the Tears dungeons in 30, except you can actually go back and look at my VODs and see me do it. I have proof. I have receipts. And besides, Twilight Princess was the superior Ocarina of Time anyways. Twilight Princess did the same thing, just better and bigger. Do 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 do. No, that's just true. I mean, Twilight Princess is essentially Ocarina of Time 2, and it did it way better, and it did all the same shit. Yeah, that's just a fact. Ocarina did it first, but Twilight did it better. They did that on purpose because he was pissed off about everybody bitching about Wind Waker and wanting to have another Ocarina-like game, so he gave them exactly what they asked for. It's a great game, though. Wasn't Twilight Princess Miyamoto's least favorite? Yep. Obviously, the games are bigger. The dungeons are bigger, too. The dungeons are bigger. I mean, you can count the number of rooms very easily in all those dungeons. Like, okay, I got a floor with like 5 rooms and a bunch of hallways. Like, frankly, I would be upset if Nintendo didn't outdo itself with dungeon size and everything else from an N64 game that's like fucking what, almost 20 or almost 30 years old. Hey, what's up, Arsonist? How you doing? Twilight Princess is definitely one of your favorite games. Oh yeah, it's great. I fucking love Twilight Princess. Yeah, I'll be playing this. I'll be playing Echoes a day early. Ah, I was early. Speaking early. Is the lo-fi playlist I use on Spotify? Yes. If you go into the link tree in my bio, you can actually find a link to it so that you don't got to go searching for it. I just can't. TikTok doesn't let you put links in chat. Because TikTok doesn't want you to send people away from TikTok. Essentially, it's so stupid. Like they bury links. Like if I put a link to the Spotify, I would see it, but none of you would, even though it's my channel, and it's not even sending anybody to a competitor. It's just sending somebody a music list. It's real funny. Hammy, I think on Twitch it's ! Lo-fi. There we go. Sometimes you just gotta spin it to win it, baby. No, I'm gonna die. Damn it. Why did I go for the jump attack? Monica, thank you for the follow. Ugh. I mean, hell, this shrine is probably this close to the size of one of the smaller kid dungeons in Ocarina, for fuck's sake. Thank you for the Tim Coblin, dude.
It's master mode. They won't burn that much, and then they heal it right back. The leaves don't really do too much in master mode.
The leaves are helpful in regular because they don't regenerate. It's time for the Tim Goblin. It is time for the Tim Goblin. Let me check something. There's an easy way to tell if we will explode. We will not explode. Cool. We will not explode. Did we do the 40k exercise? No, we did not. Oh shit, nice. Here, let me get through this and then we'll do it. You have a Twitch question? What's up, Anna? Someone needs to find me a Lionel hat. I need to. I think I've found one before. I just need to get it. Nope. Are they just gonna sit there for me? That's hilarious. Ow. Yeah. Let's get a different weapon out. Ooh, way off on that. I do want you, maybe. But then I'll have to try. Yeah, fuck it. It's fine. I don't need it. Hey, what's up, Frank? How you doing, dude? Why are they so tough right now? Because those ones were the higher tier ones. And enemies are tougher in master mode anyways. Oh, am I going to have to go back and send that fire over? I am. Pardon me. Oh, I know what I can do. Wait, can I reach that from here? No. There we go. Oops. I made a dent in the... Yeah, we made a dent in the time. Yeah, exactly. A Tim talk of my choice? Let's see. Talk about the community? Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna use this Tim talk to take a moment to talk about all you guys and how fucking blown away I've been over the last 2 weeks by the amount of support that you guys have been showing for me and for Zilly and for each other as well. Like, you guys have been just like such a beacon of positivity, and you've really made doing this subathon for this long, like the 15-hour days didn't even feel like 15-hour days, other than the fact that I wake up kind of tired because it's a 15-hour fucking day and my voice is a little sore and hoarse because I'm talking so much all day. But like, You guys have made this easy just by being the amazing community that you guys are, and I think you guys have, actually, hold on. Can I give you guys an applause? Can I do that? I want to give you guys an applause. How do I do that? Can I? No. Shit. Yeah, you know what? This is for you guys. This is for you guys. TikTok too. That wasn't just Twitch. That was TikTok and Twitch. In fact, you know what? Let me give you guys another one. You guys fucking deserve it. That one's that's from me. Seriously. Oh, you know what? Here's a perfect person to ask. Joffrey, do you think the dungeons are longer in Ocarina of Time or Tears of the Kingdom? Joffrey speedruns Ocarina of Time and randomizes Ocarina of Time and also plays Tears. Depends on who's playing. No, I mean, like, would you say that the dungeons in Ocarina of Time are larger than the temples in Tears of the Kingdom? You think Ocarina of Time's larger than Tears of the Kingdom dungeons? Yo, Agile Dingo and A Ortiz, thank you for the follows. Because the scale might be larger in Tears, but they only have minimal objectives. Oh, it took me 34 minutes? Yeah. I wasn't speedrunning. I mean, I don't really do much speedrunning. But 34 minutes at a casual goofing around pace? Not too bad. Honestly. Yeah, I just don't see it. Do I prefer Breath or Tears? Tears. Yeah, I don't see it, honestly. Ah, damn. You gotta get real gentle with that. And you said you could beat every Tears dungeon in 30 minutes on... You said you beat every Tears dungeon in 30 minutes on your first try. What's your point? Is Corbett around? I think Corbett's playing Portal 2 last I saw. Tears has bigger spots, but once you know what to do, it goes faster. So that's what I'm saying, Joffrey. I'm saying the dungeons are larger. Because the dungeons are also generally open. Like Tears, you're traveling, like you can travel all through spaces pretty easily. Whereas in Ocarina, you're stuck going through the track. You have to backtrack through hallways and stuff, which doesn't make a dungeon longer if you're just utilizing the same space redundantly. Because you're going back and forth in those dungeons. When you fact checked me when I said, okay. Because I said the dungeons are smaller and you can beat them generally in 15 minutes. So you went back into one of my old streams and saw that the Dodongo's Cavern took me 34 minutes. That's awesome. It doesn't prove anything. Oh yeah, then for sure. Exactly. Regardless of how long it took me to beat Dodongo's Cavern, the fact of the matter is Ocarina dungeons are smaller. What they do is they utilize redundancy to drag out the dungeon. You have to constantly go back and forth through areas. The dungeon sizes in Tears and in Breath are bigger, but yeah, you can use open world mechanics like, hey, instead of me having to run back up this hallway, I could just fucking launch myself up there and cut out the middleman. Or like I can turn Va Meadow so that I can just glide out and then cut over to the other side. It doesn't make the dungeon smaller just because you're outthinking the dungeon. Why is that guy so pressed? I don't know, man. He really likes Ocarina of Time. You're not sure why it matters how long you've taken to do a dungeon? He's trying to use that to prove the point that Ocarina of Time dungeons are larger than Tears of the Kingdom dungeons, when that's a completely false statement. And how quickly one does a dungeon doesn't determine how large the dungeon is. It just determines how quickly you can do the dungeon. I mean, people can speedrun. What's the speedrun record for Breath of the Wild right now? Isn't it like sub 20 minutes or some shit, or sub 10 minutes or whatever? Or no, it's like 40 minutes or whatever. That doesn't mean that it's a shorter game or a longer game than anything else. It doesn't prove anything when we're talking about size. So. So because again, so your argument is because I said 15 minutes and it took me 30 minutes to do a kid dungeon in Ocarina of Time, that means Ocarina of Time dungeons are bigger. Like your logic, the logic and the backflips that you're doing to the mental gymnastics you're doing to prove a point, like regardless of what I claimed how fast it took me to do the dungeon, it doesn't change the size of the dungeon. Does it or does it not? Or are you just going to keep ignoring that and saying, well, you said 15 and it took you 34, streamer? 28 minutes and 43 seconds is Breath of the Wild? There you go. How long is the speed run for Ocarina of Time? Is it longer or shorter? Because then I guess that's how we can determine if Ocarina of Time's a bigger game or not. But like I said, regardless of how long it took me as an individual to do a dungeon, it doesn't change how big a dungeon is or isn't. So your logic is very flawed, my friend. Like, you proved me wrong on my claim? Yeah, you did. Cool. Doesn't change anything, though. Well, actually... It means you can't take anything I say seriously when you've already been wrong on a claim. And you're making baseless claims with nothing to back them up. So how should I take you seriously either? And why should I care whether or not you take me seriously? The fact of the matter is, whether or not you take me seriously, you believe what I'm saying, I don't care. What matters is, like, the truth and what's factual. And what is factual is dungeons in Tears are bigger than dungeons in Ocarina of Time. And if you actually think Ocarina dungeons are bigger... you just really like Ocarina, I'm guessing. Everybody's got a nostalgic favorite. Mine's Majora's Mask and Wind Waker. Now, one could argue that Wind Waker might be smaller than Ocarina for sure, because Wind Waker is just like... I mean, they shaved off quite a bit of Wind Waker to make it fit on those GameCube mini discs. Oh yeah, I gotta go get Yunobo. What am I doing? I got distracted because I'm arguing with somebody over fucking semantics. Tears scale is so much larger? Yeah. But, I mean, it's not anymore, Joffrey, because I was wrong about my guesstimate of how long it took me to beat a kid dungeon, because it took me 34 minutes instead of 15, so that means that Ocarina is bigger. Because math. At this point, you're convinced the dude's trying to flirt with me? I mean, I do look good in this hat. Alright, which way are the Camnons? They're this way. Ah, you jerk bird! Alright, he's up there. I mean, he's going back and watching my vids and shit too. That's nice. Ocarina speedrun is 3 minutes? Damn. That's actually crazy. I love shooting these guys with this fucking thing. Oh, come on, Link. The Ocarina speedruns are done because they just cheat to the castle, give you the 100% speedrun. I find it crazy that the 100% breath speedrun actually is sub, like... Isn't it, like, down to, like, 15 hours, the 100% speedrun? Some crazy amount. Oh, hold on. That was a wood shield. Oh, thank God. I was about to blow myself up. Oh, wait. I got ice arrows. Nice. Oh, and to answer your question from before that I didn't notice, no, I was not let down by tears. Let's see. We gotta shoot these guys over there. And then we gotta get to, yeah. Is longer necessarily better? I mean, longer depends on how quickly you go through the dungeons. It depends on the player. The amount of time somebody takes to play a dungeon doesn't mean anything because it changes from person to person. It's like saying a mile is a shorter distance for Usain Bolt because he can run it faster than you. Mile's still a mile, regardless of how long it takes you to do it. You can imagine a dungeon taking too long as a boring slog. Well, that was the point that I was making earlier, is that the reason why a lot of those dungeons tend to take longer is because you're constantly backtracking and going back to previous areas. It just makes you run back and forth over the same areas, so you're just like running in circles half the time when you're doing the dungeons. You tried battling Fireblight with bomb arrows? Yeah, that work out. Yo. Clobo, thank you for the follow. You do glitchless any percent speedruns, 5 hours, 49 minutes is your fastest ocarina. Nice. Yeah, I am no speedrunner, nor have I ever claimed to be a speedrunner. In fact, I always claim the opposite. I don't got the patience for that shit. Covering the same ground in games is usually a negative experience. Yeah, it was when I went back through and played Ocarina. It was the one thing that, and Majora's, it was the one thing that I was just kind of like, yeah, about. And in Twilight Princess, it did it in Twilight Princess too, actually. A little bit in Wind Waker too, but not too bad. Although Wind Waker just had you sailing everywhere. Which the HD version is at least is better for that because you get the Swift Sail, which is nice. That thing is a lifesaver getting that early. You back for the stream? Don't know if you remember. What's up, TV? I remember you. How you doing? Welcome in. You doing good? I'm doing great. Just got done having a really weird discussion with a fucking Ocarina fanboy. You love that when I get paid to argue with a kid? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, he got me because I embellished how long it took me to do Dodongo's Cavern. I mean, he was so butthurt about it, he went back and watched a bunch of my old VODs, which gets me more traction and made me more money, but he won the argument, guys. I do like radishes, but I don't think I just eat them raw like that. I mean, I'll eat raw radish, but just like for snackies. I came to get some painkillers for boss, but a magma bomb caused a rock slide, sealing the entrance, Goro. By the way, how did you break those rocks in the entrance, Goro? The cannon. You started doing push-ups for tappies, your shoulders are sore? That's why I rotate. First 20k is push-ups, second 20k is squats, third 20k is just like a full body big get up out of my chair and stretch everything for a minute. And then we go back around, and then 80 is push-ups. It kind of helps keep my shoulders from falling off. It's my hair you're jealous of? Yeah, I got some long hair. Definitely got some long hair. Thing's so difficult to use, I thought only boss could handle it. Oops, I nearly forgot. This isn't the time to chat. I need to deliver these painkillers as soon as possible. Sorry, I gotta run. But come by and see the boss later, okay? He may be gruff, but he always repays a favor. I'm sure there's a reward in it for you. Okay, then goodbye for now, Goro. My hair is long? Yeah, it's real long. It goes down to my lower back. I started growing it out before COVID because I was gonna donate it, and then COVID happened when it got to like it was about to be long enough to do that, but you have to go to like a professional, and you know, and they have to do it and then package it in a certain way to send it off and shit like that, you know, just so they make sure that, you know, they're not giving people nasty shit. And COVID happened, and that was when everything shut down, so I couldn't go get a haircut, so I just kept letting my hair grow, and then by the time everything opened back up, my hair was really long, and I was vibing with how it looked, so I was like, fuck it, I'm keeping it for now, and then I'll just, I'll cut it later. And I've just been hanging on to it ever since. Because I like it. Just pulled up to your customers? Heard that, dude. My hair looks better long. Thank you. I like it. Eventually I'll get sick of it and cut it off. But today is not that day.
Ah, it's the Tiny Traveler. Yonobo told me all about how you helped him, brother. Here's a reward for you. Hylians like you need this sort of thing, right?
Sure, not anymore.
Okay then, well, I took my painkillers, so I guess it's time to meet up with Yonobo. I mean, no disrespect to Daruk's legacy, but if I'm not there to give that Rudania a good walloping...
Daruk?
Are you really telling me you don't know about Daruk, the Goron champion? I don't know, man. See that statue up there? That's Daruk.
The baby? You commented and you need to see if you've been cooked by others' opinions? Nope. Nobody is cooking your opinions. Last one, Deadass. And then we still got DLC stuff and other things.
Sure is a blast piloting a toy like this around. Let those other champions know they better eat their gravel if they want to keep up with the group. Speaking of which, can you believe this view? Just look at all those collectible rocks sprinkled on those mountains. Mighty tasty. I may not know a whole lot about this Calamity Cannon thing, but mark my words, I'll protect this land of ours to the death. Right, little guys? Hey, by the way, congrats on becoming the princess's appointed knight. That's a really big deal.
Oh wow, you came over to my Twitch? Dude, you actually came over to my Twitch? I didn't ban you, my mod banned you for one. I left you alone. Two, the fact that you came over to my Twitch just to, let's see what you said. If you had to call me obnoxious and ban me because you were wrong twice and I pointed out. No, I was reading that! Okay. Look, man. Here's all I'm gonna say to you. Was I wrong about the number I pulled out of my butt when I said I could beat a dungeon in like 15 minutes in Ocarina of Time? Yeah, sure. The fact that you went and fact-checked my VODs was whatever. You were being very obnoxious. Fact of the matter is you were being very obnoxious. And the fact that you told me to be less offended, but you were so offended by what happened, you came over here to try to like make some point. And I don't think you're making the point that you think you're making. You're just kind of seeming really weird, my guy. Not gonna lie to you. And I'm not offended by you in the least. I hate to see you in any type of leader or management role. Maybe my points were too aggressive, but the Discord mod behavior really shines with ick. So like, here's my question. Is he still even in here or did you ban him? He probably left. Why is the kid freaking? So this kid came into my TikTok and was like, why did you feel let down by Tears? I missed that one. And then he said, I'm happy to play some proper dungeons with Ocarina of Time. So I said, why aren't the dungeons in Breath and Tears dungeons? You know, I was like, is it because of the Divine Beasts? I can kind of see the Divine Beasts. But then I was like, but then again, Lord Jabu Jabu, you're literally just going into Jabu Jabu. And it's a similar thing. And then he said it takes them more time to do those dungeons. He said it takes people more time to do the Ocarina dungeons. And I was saying, well, the Ocarina dungeons are smaller. Well, however long you take to do a dungeon doesn't really matter. They're smaller. And then I made the off comment. I was like, I could probably do it in like 15 minutes. I just played it a couple weeks ago. I took 34 minutes apparently. I didn't time myself. I don't even remember if I got up at all during the dungeon or not. But I'm not going to take the time to go back and look because we're just having a conversation about dungeon sizes. And then they kept reiterating, like, it takes longer, and I wasn't noticing that because I'm also trying to do other things. Whatever. So I was wrong there. And then I thought we were talking about the area of said dungeon again, like before. And when I went back and checked, he was only talking about time, which again, I admitted, but then he made some weird point about how now that I've won twice, I'm out of here. And it's just like, excuse me? Like, who do you think you are, bro? Like, you're just coming off as this like really sad, obnoxious person right now. And like, I'm being nice. I'm not angry. I'm not offended. You're obviously offended because you came back here to give me a piece of your mind because my Discord mods are so mean to you or some shit. And it's just like, dude. Like... I'm dealing with a Karen.
Well, what happened?
Oh, everything I just said.
Oh.
We're dealing with a Karen.
Anything that mattered? Like,
No.
The stream? Like, that, like, did they, like, report you or something?
No. They were arguing with me about dungeon sizes of Ocarina versus tiers. I misunderstood the argument thinking we were talking about size. They were talking about how long it takes to do it. And then I admitted that I misread that, but I still made the point that it doesn't matter how long it takes somebody to do a dungeon. I was talking about dungeon size. And then when I said I beat Ocarina dungeons in 15 minutes, they went and looked at one of my VODs, and it actually took me 34 to do Dodongo's Caverns when I did it last time. So that was okay. Like, okay, dude. He's like, I'm out of here because I won 2 arguments now. And I'm like, what are you talking about, bro?
Okay, dude, I guess.
And then, so then Manda banned him on TikTok, which I was like, I don't care. And then he came over to Twitch to raise a stink and made this whole paragraph that Kay just shared again. It's just like, dude, you're not coming off in the way that I think you think you're coming off.
Right.
But I'm offended. I'm the one that's offended, guys. Me. Ooh.
Bring this bowl upstairs?
Ooh, could you please? Thank you.
This is buy one, get one free for those.
They were arguing that breath dungeons essentially weren't dungeons, and then when we established that they are dungeons, well, they're shorter to do because he said he did every dungeon in Tears and in Breath sub 30 the first time, or 30 minutes the first time, but has no way to prove that. But then they went and fact checked my videos when I said I can do an Ocarina dungeon in about 15 minutes to my Dodongo dungeon playthrough, I guess from the last stream, which I don't know if I got up during the playthrough. I know I wasn't trying to beat it as quickly as I could, but I don't know. It took me 34 minutes to do that one, but an hour to do Vaughn Boris.
Don't let them take up space in your brain.
Oh, they're not. The fact that he came over to Twitch to reiterate was just really funny. And I stick to my former statement. Yes, that is everything that you just did was very obnoxious. You only proved my point of being obnoxious, I'm afraid. What'd you get? Are you eating the borracha? That looks like chicken. Is there not sweet plantains on it?
There they are.
And it took him like an hour to feel like he won. Kids nowadays, they need a gold star for everything, I guess. I have a feeling that he just wanted to feel like he beat the streamer. Because you get that a lot sometimes in streams. Like, you get people that come in, and I don't know why, but they feel like it's like, I have to show the streamer that I'm better. Or something. It happens a lot. Yeah, it's like a flex kind of thing. It happens a lot. Or it's like whenever you're playing like any sort of competitive game, like if you're playing like a competitive shooter or something like that, and somebody suddenly finds out you're a streamer. Oh, I'm gonna fucking beat the streamer, and it's like, okay, man. Hard focus me all you want. I don't give a fuck. Ah, damn it!
Oh, yeah, that's so true.
Everybody adds something to the community, some when they join, others when they leave. Oh yeah, that's a good way to think about it. Anyway, you love this game for real? Yeah, I love Breath and Tears. I don't understand the hate that it gets. I think people were really hoping that like whatever game was gonna come out was gonna be like, you know, another Twilight Princess or some shit. I think that's what, or like another Ocarina. I really think that's what like is the problem. Like, some people just can't let go that, you know, Twilight Princess and Ocarina, while great games have happened, they're done. And generally, Miyamoto and the other people that make the Zelda games don't want to rehash old shit. They want to keep doing new shit. It's just,
It's always been new shit.
that's just the way she go, man. You know, like it'll always be that way. We might maybe get another like remake or remaster of some of the older ones, but like for the most part, like, yeah. I'm just glad that they're still making the games. How many like video game franchises are as old as Zelda? Mario, I think. Maybe Pac-Man. Like, Zelda's almost as old as me, man, and the fact that it's still cooking and going strong, dude, makes me a happy Timbo. Oh, good. I'm excited. One of these, the little, yeah. Try these. Yeah, what do you want? It's just dough wrap cheese. But now, let me see something real quick. Where was? Oh, it's just deleted. Ah, well. You're embarrassed to say you didn't know you could power the carts like that? Yeah, you just put the bombs in them and blow them up.
That's not embarrassing. We're all learning new things all the time.
Am I gonna play Space Marines 2? At some point I will, yeah. Right now with the subathon is Zelda games though. But I will play it at some point, I think. I'm very interested in it. I've heard really good things about it. Has the fiery conversation died down yet? Yeah, it's died down. All right, let me out of here. I know what I gotta do. Bom 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 bom. Wait, what? Oh, you bastard. You do you'd stasis it and then beat the piss out of it and then go? That's actually clever. Oh. What do I think of the PS5 Pro? I think, personally, I'm not getting one. There's gonna be people that buy them, like big Sony fans, like the people that like stand Sony. They're probably gonna get them, and they're probably gonna love them. $700 for a PS5 Pro without a disc drive, and then you have to get a separate disc drive that you plug into it or whatever for like another $150 or something like that. That's ridiculous. I think there's only one PS5 game right now that's 8K. So like, I don't know, it just doesn't seem worth it to me. Like if you already have a PS5, it doesn't seem worth it. If you're looking to trade up your PS5 or some shit and then get a discount on that, I mean, go for it, I guess. But I don't know. To me, it's a little silly. Like you're charging how much? Like insane. It's almost like they didn't learn from when they had the debacle with the PS3. Because when the PS3 came out, when it first came out, they were charging like way too much for that. And I remember people were like, what the fuck? And then, you know, thought they learned, but I guess not. And I mean, they're putting this out after like it got leaked that they themselves are saying that they don't have enough original IP at the moment compared to like Microsoft, because Microsoft's been snatching up all those companies, and it's just like, how are you gonna say that and then go out and put out a $900 console before tax, and also depending on where you're from? Like, I don't know. But I mean, they're still gonna sell some. They're still gonna sell some for sure. Give me that shit. That's why you don't bother with consoles. I mean, I have consoles. I have a regular PS5. And I have a couple Switches. But I also have my gaming PC. And my gaming PC is for the lion's share of the stuff that I play. I have a PS5 in case there's some PlayStation exclusive I really want to play. And I have the Switch because there's a lot of Nintendo games that I love to play, obviously. You know. What's up, dude? So whenever you're ready to start the takeover, Zilly.
You have Hyrule Warriors downloaded?
Uh-huh. I have Hyrule Warriors downloaded. Let me see if Little Kitty Big City is hidden anyways. Yeah, and the Switch isn't bad with pricing. Exactly. I love my Switch. It's cheap. It plays all the games that it plays. I can't get anywhere else. Like the PS5, I got the PS5 because I did a stream with I was doing God of War streams. I did a Ragnarok and 2018 and a bunch of other PlayStation games, and then it's just been kind of sitting on my shelf ever since. But I mean, I also get to write that shit off as a business expense. Have I already finished Tears? Not in this run through. I've beaten Tears several times. I've 100%ed Tears twice. Yep. All right. Not coming, but why? Goro, his back hurt. After we went through all that trouble to get them, but the painkillers didn't even end up working, Goro. Well, if boss can't help, there's nothing we can do. I suppose I'll head back now. Hold up. I'm just going through this, and then I'm gonna save.
I'm just getting my water bottle. Do you need anything?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
You guys ready for the Zilly takeover? It's about to start. Oh, do you have your Switch controller? Yeah, get your Switch controller so you don't have to use, like, my Joy-Cons. That way you got a nice controller. It's been a year since it's released. It's been over a year. It released May 13th or 12th or something like that of 2023. Been a year and a half. Been over a year and a half. Zilly is my wife, and we have a channel point incentive over on Twitch that's 500,000 points. Usually takes them a couple weeks, and every time they hit it, Zilly takes over my stream at some point. Usually they do their own stream, but because I'm doing the subathon, like normally I'm not live on Sundays or Mondays, but because I'm doing the subathon, I am. And so what we're doing is Zilly's going to take over the sub, the live. The timer's going to keep going. Any gifts or anything in donos and stuff is still going to count towards the timer. And Zilly and I are going to play Hyrule Warriors. I haven't played Hyrule Warriors in ages. Last time I played, I think I played with Zilly. And then we're going to play that until they don't want to stream anymore. And then when that happens, we're going to end the live for today. So that we can spend a little time together. And then tomorrow I'm got a dentist thing, so I'm not going to be live. And then Tuesday I've got my medical thing, so I won't be live then. And I'll be back Wednesday.
Tim's going through it the next couple days.
Yeah, I'm gonna be going through the next couple of days, guys. It's not gonna be fun, but you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. All right, let me see. First, let me see your controller. Let me get you all set up.
The reason it's capped is because I can only do Zilly takeovers so often.
Yeah.
Hi. Full.
Okay. Now,
I ate one of them, but I'm full.
nice. You got snacks for later. Here, let me. Yeah.
Your foot's cramped up. Stretch it. Take a sleeping.
I'm just getting through the. There we go. I was just getting through the dialogue.